And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to First Year Podcast, man. Today we're going to be talking about Bonnie Blue and Andrew Tate and their standoff. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
All right, we're back. All right, and we're back. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fresh Air Podcast, man. Regular edition is Wednesday, a.k.a. Womanizer Wednesday, where we cover red pill topics for you guys. Today we got an interesting one, man. We got the Andrew Tate and Bonnie Blue conversation, which I've not watched it, guys. So this is going to be, you guys are going to get a fresh reaction. We have not seen it at all.
Yeah.
I was debating whether I would cover this on a debrief or not, but I said, you know what, man, let's do this on Fresh and Fit because that's what we do. So it's a longer interview. I think it's like 2 hours or something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
So
who would have thought that he would
we'll probably have to do this in 2 parts.
Yeah. 2.5. So random.
2.5. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense, man. I mean, she's like probably one of the biggest OF girls right now from her sexcapades, her and the other chick, Lily. So I'm not surprised. But this, you know, man, what a time to be alive, huh? Seeing shit like this on the internet. So, yeah, definitely going to be interesting. What we'll probably do, guys, I think we'll probably be able to cover maybe an hour and a half of this today, or between 45 to 90 minutes of this interview, or, well, this discussion we'll be able to cover. We'll react to it. I haven't seen it yet. Have you seen it yet, Fresh?
No.
Have any of you guys seen it?
I've seen a lot of people react to it, though.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So we'll cover it. As you guys know, running a promo, CC17. Join in, man. Capital CC17 for Cows Club. Get a 50% off. This sale ends this in July, right? July 1st?
End of June 30th it ends.
June 30th it ends.
Yep.
Okay. So get in there, guys, while you guys can, man. So I guess any chats, or we can get right into it.
Right into it, right?
Right. Well, this one just came in.
Cool. All right. We'll read this chat and then we'll get right into it, guys. And sorry for the delay, guys. I know I was finishing up the debrief and I sent everybody over here as much as I can. So
I like that card, that Hugo card.
Which one?
Sudanese ninja.
Oh,
that's funny.
Yeah, the Castle Club. You guys be having a crazy memes there, bro.
Wow.
That's funny, bro.
Professional racism. That's great.
All right, cool. I just sent it. All right, hold on. You all right? Yeah.
Good to go.
Yeah.
All right, WFNF W305 podcast. How did the beef between the Latina and Michael finish, Fresh?
Oh, actually, we had a funny story. So we did the podcast yesterday with Zerka and the two girls and Dom. And what happened was one of the girls that came on the show, the Cuban girl that had no employment, her ex-husband super chatted into the show. He chatted saying, take care of your kids. Where you at? Why you not over here? Blah, blah, blah. So he's on vacation in Cancun, basically. And she's out here with no kid, just having fun, living life. So he actually called into the show.
Where's the kid?
Somewhere with their mom or something like that. So he called into
the mom's here?
Well, no.
You mean the grandparents?
Grandparents, overseas somewhere else. So she wants to be established here in America first, and then she'll bring the kid over, is what she's saying. Okay. But nonetheless, though, he called into the show, but the stream cut right when he called in, and recorded and put on Council Club.
Why'd the stream cut?
Something, why went the stream bills?
Bro, I swear to God, the internet cut out the internet in the building. It wasn't even
me.
Me.
We got a full 15-minute video on Castle Club because it cut out. And he called in. She cheated on him. It was crazy shit, bro. Like, it couldn't be planned. That was not planned at all. It was actually real. And we got it all on video on Castle Club.
All right. Yeah. There you go. Also, with Castle Club, guys, so Fresh is going to start putting vlogs on there for you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you guys are going to get some exclusive content. So, and he won't have to worry about, like, editing it and make it, like, lame and shit like that. Well,
yeah.
I mean,
I could put in all the cool parts.
Yeah, he could put in all the shit he wants to put in, all the things that he says in there. So,
actually, Me and Chris did a double date.
So you guys can't say Fresh or Useless no more, bro.
Yeah, we did a double date actually.
There you go.
Me and Chris. That was hilarious, bro.
Yeah, it's on
Which
there.
Chris? Like Chris from Rumble?
You know Chris.
That are Chris.
No, bro, Chris. Yo. Oh, by the way, we found the actual person that can do the AA meeting, Chris. So next Friday we should do the AA meeting.
Okay, next Friday.
Finally,
All right,
bro.
Cool.
Holy.
Wait, okay. All right.
But isn't it crazy? She made this whole thing about how she's a good person, blah blah blah, and her ex-husband is bad, and they couldn't find out she was cheating on him and then left his ass. That's
What's
crazy,
new,
bro.
right?
Wow.
That's new.
Yeah. Bad.
Yeah. So yeah, guys. You know, so Fresh is going to be putting the vlogs over there. I think so. All right. So how's it going to work? Are you going to stream on? It used to be a Fresh Sub, but he changed it back to Fresh Prince CEO.
Yeah.
So you're going to stream on there and then do the vlogs on.
So here's
Council
the whole
Club.
scope of it, right?
Yeah. Tell
My
them how you're
channel's-
going to do your
It's
content.
Fresh Prince CEO. That's the name I'm sticking with because, you know, once YouTube all stuff happened, cool.
Yeah.
Then secondly, we're gonna have the 305 podcast on the channel. We're gonna still post vlogs on there, of course,
Why it's called the 305 podcast?
because we're better than 304s. 305. There you go. But actually, so what happened is that like I'm gonna post on Castle Club
Go with it.
all the stuff that actually has bad stuff for YouTube because you don't want to put on YouTube. It's kind of like R-rated a little bit. It's gonna be a Castle Club for you guys, and of course, all the extra content that's behind the scenes that can't be shown on YouTube will be put on there as well for your enjoyment. So that's gonna be happening on Castle Club for you guys all the time. We got two things there: double date with Chris and the 15-minute video of the girl getting exposed by her ex-husband calling into the show. It was fucking crazy, bro. Chat, look at that shit. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's fucking insane, bro. So go check it out.
So you guys are gonna get the Zoom calls once a week, which I think Fresh did one yesterday.
Yesterday.
Somebody was trying to get a hold of you while I was doing a debrief. So, call it. Send in a chat and ask Fresh your question, and then we're gonna do one Zoom call a week, as you guys know, on Wednesdays or Tuesdays or whatever. So stay tuned.
Today
You'll
we
get the
have,
notification.
David Green from Bigger Pockets Zoom call.
Oh, we're still gonna do that? I told them we didn't have to, because you did one yesterday.
We can still run it.
Okay.
You want to do it tomorrow then?
I gotta hit him up. Did you talk to him?
Yeah.
You talked to him today?
Yeah. Did you too? Oh,
yeah,
shit.
but that was this morning though. So you might have talked to him sooner. If you talked to him sooner and you said whatever.
I got him. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. So for Castle Club guys, you guys will be able to get some. You'll get the Zoom calls, and then you'll get also vlogs from Fresh, man. So I don't want to hear none of you niggas saying Fresh useless, bro. Fuck you guys.
Well, I'm not useless, bro. I bring a lot to
Niggas
the
be
table.
saying, yeah, I know, but they be saying this fucking losers be saying this.
For me to
dumb shit in
brag
the
about
chat.
what I do, guys, I'm not gonna brag on the show, bro. For what?
So
Still gonna do the.
yeah,
cool.
there you go.
All right. Awesome. All right.
And a lot of you guys like that dating shit anyway when he goes to the club and shit like that. So you get to see Fresh be a nigga, bro. Come on, man. That's what you guys. Back to the OG days.
Yeah.
W Fresh Rose know there's two sides to every coin. You might have the best quarterback in the league, but if the O line sucks, that nigga gonna get sacked every play. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So you guys, and you guys will be able to see behind the scenes, bro, of Fresh fucking around with the girls and shit like that. Because that's what you guys like that shit, man. So you guys will be able to see him womanize.
Well, here's the good part, right? My new show is kind of more chill, so I'm gonna have the girls expose themselves in real time because they're gonna be comfortable, relax, and say the most possible shit possible because they're gonna be relaxed. So should be funny.
All right. So let's go ahead and pull up this video.
Yakamuro, say something bad.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. T.O. says that Bonnie Blue doing 1,000 men in one day is cap. What do y'all think? I don't know, man. It's hard.
Look, the thing you guys got to understand when it comes to OnlyFans girls, okay? I tweeted about this like 2 months ago, and it's crazy like how accurate I am with this shit. OnlyFans girls, guys, you got to understand, they're not interesting people. They're not unique. They're just another chick with a vagina. So they have to rely upon deceptive and over-the-top marketing strategies to get your attention. Because the problem with OnlyFans is that it's an oversaturated market, and quite frankly, porn is competitive now. It's free. It's ubiquitous. So these OnlyFans girls rely a lot upon social media marketing, whether it's over-the-top, whoredom like Lily and Bonnie Blue, or they sell purity like a Sophie Rain. So it's typically one of these extremes. But the point is that the girls that make the most money typically are on one of these extremes. Big, huge 304 or lying and selling some type of virginity. That's just how it goes. So that's what OnlyFans marketing heavily relies upon, man. Deceptive practices. Because they have very high churn rates, guys. It's very difficult for them to maintain their subscribers because since their skill set can easily be replicated by another girl, people churn out all the fucking time, man.
real
So
quick.
that's kind of what it is.
Bills, go take over real quick. Go take over.
It's hard for them to maintain their subscriber
I
base.
saw this ad actually on Instagram yesterday, and OF Girls is going to be sad because what's happening is people are creating AI OnlyFans accounts and they're making bank 100K plus a month, 500K a month off of AI OnlyFans girls. That should be there and take over, Bills, if you don't mind. Yeah, go check it out. This is fucking insane, guys. Check it out.
The future of OnlyFans is here and you can own it. Forget managing human models, forget manual operations. With our AI-generated model system, you can launch hyper-realistic AI models that work 24/7 without
Pause real
burnout.
quick. What,
This is scary.
No, bro. This nigga right here, bro.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, no, dude. I'm telling you,
Guaranteed,
yeah.
bro.
But look what he's doing, bro. He's monetizing AI girls.
Is he? Did we look it up? Chat, look it up, bro. He's
He
gotta be
probably
one of
is.
them boys, bro. Gotta be one of them boys, bro.
What's his name?
Yo, I don't know his name.
Crazy, bro.
Chat, look it up, man. This nigga's gotta be one of them. Gotta be, bro. No way. Otherwise. All right, we could keep playing it.
Automate fan interactions, subscriptions, and upsells for predictable passive income. And most importantly, scale an agency that runs itself without hiring, chatting, or managing the daily operations. And best of all, if this doesn't generate you a return on investment, you get your money back plus $1,000 in cash.
Plus.
Hey, my name's Michael.
So he's paying.
Michael what? Is he gonna say his last name?
Noikos?
Let's see.
Play.
Noikos, and
So he's paying 1K if it doesn't work.
Yeah, look it up, bro. He's gotta be an early lifer. Gotta be. And he's involved in porn. Just has my radar sensor, my spidey senses
But
going off.
what's important is that he's saying that he's going to create companies for you run by AI models, which means you don't need girls anymore. Which means OF girls are going to be out of business very soon.
Well, well, they'll have to build what they'll have to do is they'll have to build a real platform. Like they'll have to be on a YouTube or a TikTok, and people
Which
are going to
they
have to
can't
actually
do.
like them. Which most of them cannot do. Some can, but most can't. Yeah, you're
TikTok
right,
is not even real either. So
bro. Bro, the fact. Remember that chick? I got 3 million subscribers.
yo, I'm telling you,
Yo, if you got 3 million subscribers on YouTube, when you walk around the streets, people should know who the fuck you are, bro. Nobody stops her.
yo, at VidCon,
Like, what the hell?
there was niggas and girls with 4 million subs. Nobody knew who they were.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, but it's all Roblox and random
But they
shit,
know who
bro.
you were, right?
Yeah. But again, this is why
Why
the
being
economy
notorious is better than being
of
famous.
OnlyFans is going down because this AI thing is going to take over a lot of industries, bro, especially OnlyFans. So
Yeah, no, I believe it. Dude, it's fucking wild.
yeah,
But bro, we called this years ago.
no, we did.
We called this
We
years
did.
ago that this was gonna be, as guys struggle to get women more and more, they're gonna innovate and find ways to get around it, and this is gonna be one of the ways.
So
bro.
fellas, there's hope, man. All you
Like-
guys that were mad at the OF girls, here's the
Nigga,
revenge,
sex
bro.
robots are coming, bro.
Out of business.
Yo, in 50 years, we're gonna have sex robots. I'm telling y'all, bro, the shit is cooked.
Also, if you notice, all the single meetups that have around town, Miami, Vegas, New York, guys aren't showing up anymore. It's
Yeah.
mainly girls.
Yeah.
Guys are giving up. So you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm gonna go either jack off or go to AI girls, bro.
Pay
So
for escorts, some other shit,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like, bro,
People are tired of the bullshit, bro.
people are, that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Or niggas are just tired of the bullshit, bro. Or
So-
as soon as the guys get money, bro, they start paying for boxes. That's one thing I've noticed about rich niggas, bro.
Yeah.
All these guys pay for, bro. Guys, me and Fresh are the only idiots that don't pay for sex, bro. We're the
Facts.
only ones. Bro, if we were paying for sex, you niggas would never be hearing about Ling Ling or any of this shit.
Or fake pregnancies and all this shit, bro.
Bro. Nigga, the fact that we don't pay actually makes it more dangerous.
Yeah.
But, people try to sit there, oh, y'all niggas pay, bro.
I wish I paid,
wish,
nigga.
man.
Bro, make it way easier.
I wish. What do you think, bitch ass anus and reach don't talk about any niggas gotta confess on themselves because these bitches don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yo. That's crazy.
Because them niggas be paying.
Castle Club is wild, bro.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
That's wild.
Anyway, this
Oh
dude
my
definitely
God.
one of them boys. But yeah, bro, like it's
Oh, but OnlyFans is definitely gonna be having issues because this is not gonna last long.
yeah. And
with
the other
girls.
thing too, I'm not surprised. You know also why this is an issue? Because everybody I know that manages girls on OnlyFans loses hair, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's
Imagine
stressful as fuck.
managing a girl that doesn't know when she wants to do work. She feels tired. She's doing drugs. She's with boyfriends. She's with other dudes. Like, dude, you're losing income every day by her actions.
I knew a dude and I knew a girl that did it. And it's actually interesting. The girl that did the OnlyFans management hated women, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah.
She was like, I hate these bitches. They're so lazy. I got to motivate them to do stuff. Like, they're so goddamn lazy. Like, bro, it's wild, man. It's wild. You get a big red pill when you become a OF manager on, you know, these sex worker chicks. But anyway, let's get into the video here, bro. Let's go ahead and get into it. We've been yapping for long enough. This video comes from, I got to do an interview with this guy. Just that, you know, we haven't been in the UK, so we're so, I mean, we're supposed to.
I think you should go, bro.
Yeah, maybe not. We'll see.
You should not go.
All right, let's blow this thing up and show the people.
All right.
I can't see it on my end.
I'm just a clever slut.
You are the perfect end result of feminism. That's destructive.
By the time you finish calling me a whore, I'm going to leave this chair with a wet patch.
Rob, the world's bring the astral.
Yeah,
Do you think you're a good role model for women?
I'm a clear example of what women have fought for years.
So sleeping with 1,057 men in a day.
It's good work ethic.
We live in clown world, and I just enjoy the circus.
Sex workers help reduce rape rate by over 30%.
Do you think Andrew Tate is guilty of the charges against him?
You like there's no way out for you.
You're so trapped in the matrix.
You're judging me, Andrew.
Feminism is a bullet that a man has shot.
Do you send your son to Bonnie?
Andrew, I do father and son as well. Brother and brother?
It's all disgusting to me.
I heard they call you Cobra Tate. Are you packing a python?
Bonnie.
I would have killed it to survive.
The entire Western world is women f***ing for money.
Imagine how powerful our baby would be.
Survivor DNA.
So who's Tate, your wife or me?
Next question, huh?
Let me answer then.
What's happening with Lily? You got Hobie.
I'll tell you the full story.
Cool. Would I Bonnie for all the power in the world?
Yeah. Andrew, what do you think of Bonnie Blue sleeping with 1,057 men?
How honest should I be out of 10?
I want you to be honest.
You want to be honest?
Yeah, go on.
I don't understand why men sit here and try and lecture you about it. I don't understand why men sit here and say you shouldn't do it. It's
Yeah.
your body, your choice, right? This is the world we now live in. This is the end result of feminism. You are the perfect end result of feminism. In the world I believe in the conservative, traditionally masculinely ruled world, a man would be in charge of his daughters until they're handed over to their husbands or boyfriends, and there would be a degree of masculine guidance. But feminism didn't want that. You know, women complain that men don't want to get married. We did actually want to get married when we got obedient virgins, but they disappeared, and they complained about the patriarchy, and they were tired of us giving them a house to live in and kids to raise, and they wanted to make their own choices. So she's making her own choice. That's a fantastic thing. I actually have a lot of respect for you because you own it and you're honest about it.
What if it was your daughter?
Well, that won't happen.
But she's her own person.
I never said my daughter's her own person. I said, I said women
gonna
want to
be
be their own people. But my point is, there's so many women who go to Magaluf for a weekend and do something very similar, and then they come back to England and get with some fucking guy and start
Magaluf?
asking for presents from him and talking about how
where
they
people
deserve
go
a
for
traditional
vacation.
relationship and they want to get married.
What? Pause.
And they want a Christmas present and all this bullshit.
What's
There's
Magaluf?
Ibiza, there's Marbella, all these vacation spots in Europe where like people go to and they get like, oh, I'm going on vacation with my girls. They're gonna go get fucked, bro.
Okay.
That's what it really is, bro.
All right. So it's somewhere in Europe.
Yeah.
Okay.
A resort town in southwest coast of Spain.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
There's so many of those spots, bro. So many.
That makes sense.
I'm going on vacation with the girls. Nope.
304s.
Nope.
Fucking 304s.
Most women do exactly what Bonnie does. I don't see you any different than most women. And I'm not saying that in a degrading
Most
way.
women don't sleep with 1,057 men in a day.
1,000?
All right. Pause.
Does it fucking matter?
Obviously, he's being a little hyperbolic there, but he is correct in that assessment that basically it's not the amount that he's talking about and the quantity. What he's talking about is the activity and the somewhat non-discriminant sex to a degree, open sex, and being a 304. A lot of girls just do it behind the scenes that guys don't see, right? Like the thing is with Bonnie is that Bonnie is the outward manifestation of feminism at the highest level, right? She's like a Super Saiyan 5. But the reality is a lot of these girls are Super Saiyan 1 hoes.
I'll give you an example. We had a girl on the show, the 35 podcast, that was a quiet Dominican girl I met walking the streets. She came on the show, and her past was insane. You could not tell from her demeanor, her look, and of course her appeal. Super quiet, super conservative. But she used to be a hooker back in the day, 8 years ago. And her body count is so, look, guys, I kid you not, it's so high that she's
Gotta be in
like,
the thousands.
yeah, she's actually given up on like sex for like years because she's so like, all that energy and all that like, I guess bad like juju has been with her. So she made a full 180, and you can't tell what she did for work. When she said on the show, I was like, "What? Are you serious?" Nobody knew. And
This was yesterday?
No, this was like last week. What's funny is that like girls like this guys that are openly saying, "Hey, I fucked 1,000 guys." At least they're honest. Some of these girls are doing this shit, and you would never even know. Which is why, like, when you say girls like pure, she's like, "Oh, I'm pure," whatever. You would never know her past, bro. So that's the issue, bro. You never know.
Yeah, bro.
You never know.
And it's just gotten worse. It's just gotten worse.
And you know what they do? They'll travel from the country, leave their past behind there, and come over here and say, "Oh, look, I'm new, I'm pure." No, she's not.
Yep.
So it's sad, bro.
And the problem is that most guys don't understand this and don't know this. So since most guys don't know this, they have no idea. I was on with Anton Daniels yesterday, and he asked me, like, what should how should guys kind of deal with women never taking accountability or us holding women accountable in society, since men are held accountable and all this other shit. And I was like, the reality is, like, men just got to understand female nature. When you understand female nature, you just aren't going to get mad and want to hold them accountable. A lot of the reason why guys get frustrated with women and they want to hold them accountable is because they hold them to a male standard, because they don't properly understand women.
Yeah.
Right? But if you actually understand them properly and you know who they are, how they behave, their nature, you really can't get mad at them for the shit that they do, because you understand how things work. When you understand how things work, it's a lot easier to come to peace with female nature. I've always said this, and I'll say it again for a lot of you guys that are fucking new here. You can either respect women as equals or you can understand them, but you can't do both. If you understand them, there's no fucking way you can respect them as equals, because their biology, their circuitry, their makeup is completely different. And trying to get women to be accountable and holding them to a masculine standard is damn near fucking impossible, because they don't adhere to that. They just don't. So I think instead of trying to get society to hold women accountable, because they never fucking will, I think it's better for just men to understand women, know this is what it is, and then just move accordingly. You know what I mean?
That's all you can do.
I think that's the best. I think understanding them is better than trying to get them to, be accountable for their decisions. It's not going to happen, bro. The criminal justice system right now, women still serve 66% less time than men for the same fucking crimes. We see bitches every single day getting caught for having sex with teenagers in high school. Nothing happens. They get a bracelet. They might get 1 year in jail. They're not doing, 10, 20 years like a male sexual predator. It's not the same, bro. And we gotta get out of this fallacy that men and women are equal. They're not in any way. And it is what it is. And I think if the faster men understand this, the faster men know this, the faster they can move accordingly and just understand this is how women are. I can never put them in a position of power. I can never let them have leverage over me. I can never be in a position where if she were to leave me, everything is going to get fucked up. You have to almost set your shit up in a certain way where if she were to break up with you or she were to leave you, it's going to hurt her more than it hurts you. But the problem is a lot of you guys invest so much into these bitches
no power.
That and she has so much leverage that when she does leave you, it devastates you. She was your only source of sex. She was your only person that you talked to. She was the person that you got advice from. You spent a significant amount of time with her, so now you have all this fucking downtime. That's why it's so fucking important to go into relationships and dealing with women from a defensive perspective. You guys sit there and say, Myron, that's kind of fucked up, man. Like, you don't want to sit there and talk to your girl, spend more time with her. No, bitch, because I don't want to be dependent upon her. So if I were to break up with her, I'm not like gonna be 100% disheveled and fucking destroyed, right? Anytime I see a guy that is destroyed after a relationship, I know he cared too much and then he was too invested. And I know this is very difficult for a lot of you guys to do, right? To not be too invested in a woman, but this is literally how you got to move in today's day and age. All the fucking institutions that were put in place to ensure that she wouldn't break your heart and wouldn't leave you, they're fucking gone, dumbasses. Like, how many times I hate that I gotta yell at people and say this shit. Bro, religion, gone. Secularism, here. Women being 304s and being promiscuous, exercising options, here. Instagram, here. Dating apps, here. Grass green on the other side, here. All the things that kept them in place are gone. A father, family, religion, gone. Shame from society, gone. So you got to deal with the new normal. And then I get these fucking TradCon idiots trying to sit there and tell me, oh, Myron, this is fucked up. You teach guys to be assholes and womanize, all this other shit. No, I tell guys how to deal with the new normal. It's not 1955 anymore. It's 2025, bitch. So if you guys want to sit there and tell guys, just read the Bible. It's going to be fine. She's going to be your wife and she's going to be dutiful and love you and everything else like that. A covenant between God. Those days are fucking done, bro. Jesus can't save these hoes. What makes you think you can? It's over, bro. Like, you got to move different now. You got to date and deal with women defensively. Okay? That's how it is. So if she were to leave you, it ain't gonna fuck you up that bad. That's how you gotta go, man. I wish it wasn't like that. I wish we could have the fucking dream fairy tales. I wish you could sit there and be like, I love you, you're my only, all shit, write notes to each other. Bro. Or, don't listen to my advice. Invest, spend a significant amount of time with her, give her everything, and then when she leaves your dumb monkey ass, come crying over here. Because the thing is, a lot of you niggas go ahead and get a girlfriend, you guys leave the show for a bit or whatever, then you bitch ass niggas come back a year or two later. Oh, man, yeah, I went back to the plantation, man. Fuck, bro. Yeah, you know, I got weak. Yeah, it happens. You get your dick sucked, then you turn into a simp again. So, you really got to fucking, like, take this information in and, like, live it, man. Like, you got to live it. You got to breathe it. You got to really be about this fucking life. And this is why it's so important. I tell you guys, work all the time. The reason why I tell y'all to work all the time is because when you're working all the time, it keeps you away from your girl to a degree. You need healthy distance from her, man. You need healthy distance from her. So if something does happen to you, or sorry, if it does happen in a relationship, it won't destroy you, man. So, anyway.
W-Rant.
Yeah, whatever, bro. And then people call me like misogynist asshole and bro, you've never loved all those other fucking bullshit
How
that you guys be
dare
saying.
Well,
Like,
it's funny. Every person that's said bad things about, you know, your rhetoric, that had a girlfriend or got a wife, they broke up. And to be particular, look at DDG. I mean, he's dealing with a lot of shit with that girl and his kid, and it's like, bro, like,
I called it.
look at Neon. It's an L. So I just think that, like, people, when you actually live life, you understand what's happening, you understand the truth about it, you'll see for yourself at some point. Whether you do it now or later,
And
you'll
look,
see.
here's the thing. Look, guys,
Yeah.
let me be very clear about this. Breakups are going to happen. You're going to lose your girl. You know, at some point, you break up, whatever. I'm not telling you guys that you're not going to break up. Now, let me be very explicit about this. This isn't about, oh, she's never going to break up with me. I'm putting you guys in a position when the inevitable does come and the relationship does break up, you're in a position where it won't fuck you up. See the difference there? I'm not telling y'all, oh, listen to me. You're never going to break up. You're never going to lose a girl ever. You're never going to break up. All I'm doing is I'm teaching you guys things to mitigate the damage when it inevitably comes. That's what this is about. We prepare you guys to deal with the new fucking normal where it's not going to turn your world upside down and you're thinking about putting a fucking handgun in your fucking mouth. That's what we're teaching you guys not to do. Okay? To mitigate the fucking inevitable damage that deals with women, when it comes to dealing with women. Okay? That's all we're teaching you. So, you know, like with the DDG situation, I broke this down perfectly. The issue with his problem, which I called it from the beginning, is he came to a relationship here, she was here. As, you know, this was years ago. We've got pretty much figured out that streamers are like the new celebrities now, right? So she's a traditional celebrity, musician / actress. He comes in as like a rapper / YouTuber, right? As his career starts to progress and he gets more and more popular with streaming, he starts to close the gap in their relationship. Now, I would argue that the turning point for streamers where they officially became that type of celeb, like we hit the mainstream, is when I saw Donald Trump get pushed by a bunch of, you know, podcasters and streamers, and then it's like, holy shit, influencers are the new fucking celebs now. Right? Because if you guys look at like Trump's campaign versus Kamala Harris' campaign, Trump utilized social media influencers, podcasters, streamers. Kamala Harris utilized traditional celebrities, musicians, rappers, actors, actresses, etc. Trump destroyed her. Now, am I saying that it's only because he used influencers that he won? No. But it does show significance where the new celeb are influencers, right? So not necessarily... Frank, hey! Sit. Stay. Sorry, this motherfucker over here going crazy.
Okay.
And then Hero, get out of here, nigga. Stay. Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right, see? Frank, listen, nigga, you got to get this guy. Stay.
Hero.
All right. Stay. Sorry, guys. So, where was I? Fuck.
DDG.
Yes. So as streaming became a real, like, viable way to be considered a celebrity, his fame started to come here, and then he reached her level, and then he surpassed her, right? And what I think is, as he surpassed her, she couldn't deal with the imbalance now in status, right? And him having other girls. Keep in mind, a lot of these problems that they had was him having other girls on stream and shit like that. That pissed her off because when he came into the relationship, she was the boss. And then for her to lose that dynamic was a problem, right? And there's videos of her like stepping on his feet, bitching him out and stuff like that. And he's like, right? So, very obvious that she had the frame in the beginning and then he took it back, which is a rare situation. Not often does that happen, where the guy kind of comes in and exceeds the, increases his value while the woman loses hers, or increases it while she stays stagnant. And that's what basically happened, and that pissed her off. And since she was used to being the boss, she didn't like this asymmetrical dynamic that she now had.
Yeah, also, it's crazy because his content always was bringing girls on stream and doing content with girls on YouTube.
Yeah.
But what got me, Zerka said it yesterday. Zerka was like, India Love is known. Actually, no, Dom said this.
Oh, she's a huge whore.
She's known for getting fingered by the game in an LA park in public. Find out shit real quick, Bills. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
well, that's, yeah, that,
So hold on.
She's like jumping
So
from streamer to
imagine
streamer.
Hailee is like, hold on, you got my kid with a fucking stripper / like girl like that on stream? Fuck no. Now, mind you, I'm not saying that is bad. I'm just saying, like, imagine her mindset after he's winning so much. All these girls, fuck this nigga. So not only that, but these girls are fucking like
Horse.
Yeah.
So,
So
like, the worst kind, too, like the cloud chaser horse.
so putting that with your kid,
Yeah.
it's kind of like.
Yeah.
So listen, it's fucked up. But overall, that's his content. It is what it is. He makes the money. So
Yeah.
yo, look at this shit, bro.
Nigga, what?
Bro, fingered in broad daylight, and she smells it. Look at this shit, bro. Bro, yeah, show that one. This is crazy, bro. I didn't know India Love was this much of a whore, bro. Like, I know she's a whore for the industry, but I didn't know this much, bro.
Bro, what the fuck? All right, man. Any girl that fucks the game is embarrassment, bro. Anyway, the game is retarded, bro. But yeah,
But isn't that wild, bro?
yeah, I mean, like, dude,
Fucking apart, bro.
yeah, bro,
What the
like, yo,
fuck?
I mean, she's look, I can see why she got pissed off him fucking with a girl like that on camera and shit like that when she's a whore, and like she's jumping around streamer to streamer and shit like that, bro. Like, bro, I tell y'all, fuck these streamer hoes all the time. But anyway, yeah, like
so-
this is why we prepare you guys for this shit, bro. I'm not telling you that you guys are gonna lose your girl every single time. I'm just saying when you do lose her, or if you do lose her, I want you guys to be in a position where it's not gonna fuck you up.
Bill, show it on screen because it's safe so that they can see it. But I'll tell you this though, game is game. That nigga got game, bro.
You mean Game the rapper?
Yeah, look right here. Game is game, bro. Look at this shit, bro. The smell test.
The smell test is crazy,
Bro. Google it, fellas, but that's so true, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Dom called it. All right, we could continue though.
Yeah.
That's wild, bro. Holy smokes! All right, here we go.
Matter?
I think it does.
I don't really think it does.
So the-
It's
there's
all
no-
disgusting to me. If I met a woman and she said, I just sucked a dick yesterday, I'd say, well, I find you repulsive. I don't want to sleep with you. Goodbye.
What, so you're only going after virgins?
Well, it's not about only going after virgins, but I think if you're a straight man, the idea of having a bunch of men fuck a woman that you're with is pretty repulsive.
But everyone has a past.
Yep.
But see,
When
this
you
is the
prefer
kind of
your
shit
girls to have
white people say. This is I don't know what's wrong with you people. Everyone has a past. That's not acceptable.
Yeah.
In fact, let's analyze that. Everyone has a past. You're right. Everyone does have a past. It's true. But isn't the primary objective of a man to find a woman with as little past as possible? Would you argue that's one of the precursors to finding a wife?
Depends
Considering that wives were supposed to be virgins. This was the deal. The reason I'm proud of Bonnie, and I am genuinely proud of you, I like Bonnie. I like what she's doing. Because the deal was...
Are you not, like, contradicting yourself here?
In what way?
Well, you're proud of her sleeping with 1,057 guys, but women should be virgins.
No, I'm saying that the social contract, the construct of society that made family function was women were obedient virgins and they found a man who provided for them and they listened to that man. Women have then said, we don't like the patriarchy. We're tired of being provided for. We're tired of being taken care of. We don't want to listen to anybody. We want to make our own decisions. That was women and feminism that ended the traditional family unit. And now women can make their own decisions. So I'm glad that Bonnie's making her own decision.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not here to
people
tell you not to do
say
it.
I take women back 100 years. I'm like, no, I'm the clear example of how to be empowered. I use my body. I do what I want, when I want. And this is a thing you've been banging on about for years. And when I get hate, like when I click on the comments of these women that are like, oh, you're taking us back 100 years, then in their bio it says stay-at-home mom of two. I'm thinking, what the fuck was you rooting for? Because you have just stayed
That's
at
right,
home.
Bonnie. See, this is the future.
Yeah.
This is the future. This is fantastic. It's exactly.
So, let's deal with this concept of, you know, I'm empowering and all this other shit, because this is a very common talking point from feminists, right? They say, I'm rebelling against the patriarchy by utilizing my body the way that I want, because you can't tell me, a man, how I use my body. I am taking back my power, and I'm using that power the way I want it. But the problem is that women aren't really good with foresight. All right. And what I mean by this is, if you look at like the best investors, right, typically tend to be men. Men are able to analyze trends better. They're able to kind of see patterns, right? Men are just better at analyzing data.
Warren Buffett, Ray
right?
Dalio.
Yeah, right. There's a reason why the best investors are almost always men, and guys are much more on the money when it comes to speculation and analyzing data for investment purposes, doing study research, whatever it may be. So with women, right? How many times have you guys heard a girl say, "Oh, you only live once," or "You're only young once," or "Girls just want to have fun," or whatever?
YOLO.
So women know, kind of like on a deep intrinsic level, that they only got a certain amount of time to really make shit happen, right? And they know that once they reach that fork in the road, 18 years old, right? Depending on where you are, other places might be younger or older, whatever. But in general, let's say in the Western world, 18 years old. Once you reach that fork in the road, there's two paths that you can go. You can either go the path of, I'm going to go ahead and pursue a family right now, or I'm going to have my fun and then get off this path later on. Hopefully there's an exit ramp for me, right? It used to be most girls had the intelligence, because their father instilled it in them, you better go this fucking path because there is no off ramp if you go the other way, right? But since the father's role has like diminished in the nuclear family, because the nuclear family's diminished, what ended up happening is now women are able to make this choice on their own. And they make this choice on their own, and they decide, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and have fun, and then hopefully I'll be able to get off the exit ramp. Some women will get off the exit ramp at 19, some get off at 21, some get off at 22, some get off at 30, some get off at 40, right? But I think the important thing for people to understand is that women are always looking for that exit ramp at some point, right? And when Bonnie says stupid shit like, oh, I want to go ahead and just live my life or take my power back or whatever, what that really means is now. Always add the word now, okay? Now. Because she doesn't have the wherewithal or the foresight to know that she's doomed herself. Now, obviously, she's just leaning into it for her, for her clicks and views and everything else like this. But women deep down, right, know that if you're going to go and have this fun now, it's not going to last forever, and you're going to need to settle down at some point and figure this out, because women can't support fuck forever, right? There's a reason why it's called hot girl summer, never hot girl life, right? So, they call it the bachelor life, but they never call it the bachelorette life. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
Like when it comes to men being perpetually single and living a bachelor life, it's kind of like a thing. But like with women, it's like, wait, what? No, it's supposed to be temporary, right? There's no bachelorette life, right? It's always bachelor life or hot girl summer, or I'm having my fun. So the problem here is that obviously Bonnie Blue is the highest level of this, but I would argue most modern women also exercise this lack of foresight, where they think, I'm just going to have my fun and then there'll be a Prince Charming waiting for me. But what they don't realize is, as they're getting this attention and is getting fun and living this great life, that's going to start to wane off as they age, right? And girls try to, reverse the clock by anti-aging creams, makeup,
Botox.
surgery, Botox, etc. They do everything in their power, right? The whole beauty industry, if you really think about it, guys, it's about pushing the clock back. That's what the beauty industry is. It's literally about preserving youth as long as you fucking can. Okay, that's what makeup for us, etc. So at some point, they're going to have to meet Father Time, right? They always say Mother Nature gives you your gifts, Father Time takes it away. This is kind of the situation here. So what I've realized, right, and you guys have seen it on the show a million times, women don't figure this shit out a lot of the times. They don't wake up until it's too fucking late, is what I'm trying to get to the point here. They don't wake up until it's too late. They don't realize that they can no longer attract their dream man until they realize that they can't attract their dream man. They don't realize that men don't want them until they start getting flaked on. They don't realize that they don't have the same sexual market pull that they had until they're buying their drinks at the bar. Okay? Because they constantly think more makeup, more gym, etc. I could push the clock back, but they don't realize that it's already over. It's already over. And unfortunately for them, once they find out that it's over, it really is over, and it's too late, right? So the man, your father, your brother, they used to be the first line of defense to avoid this problem. Hey, dumb bitch, find a guy. You're not getting any younger, okay? Find a guy, dumbass. That's what the brother and the father used to do. But since we've removed these, patriarchal figures from the family, or maybe they are in the family, but they're told not to step up and, educate their sister or cousin, right? Because we live in this cucked-ass world where we tell women that everything they do is right. Now we have more women finding out the hard way. They're literally fucking around and finding out. Literally. That's what's happening right now. They're FAFO for real, right? But the problem is that by the time they find out, it's too fucking late. And that's what fucking feminism has done. That feminism has basically made it where women think they're young forever, they're 21 forever 21 type lifestyle, and they're just not. They're simply not. And that's why she says this cope about, oh yeah, well, I'm empowering myself. What she doesn't realize is she's empowering herself for now. But in 10 years, there is going to be no fucking power because she won't have the power to attract the man that she really wants. So though she has her empowerment now, what she doesn't realize is she's going to lose that empowerment later on. So anyway.
Yeah, isn't it funny that every girl that you see go on this path of like whoredom at some point goes to religion or spiritual awakeness? And it's funny because look at the church, bro. The majority of the congregation is older women. And I used to wonder, like, why are so many old women in church? Like, don't you need to be knitting something in the kitchen or something, or like cooking something? But they don't, because they've spent their entire, and by the way, Bonnie Blue is nothing more than what women did all the way in the past. Women have always been in the streets, always sold pussy. That's been going on for decades, centuries, nothing new. But she's open about it. So what happens is, especially nowadays on this new journey that they take, is that they'll go ahead and go on this path and then end up saying, I'm a Christian now, or, oh, I've been, I'm Muslim, or I'm like spiritual. And that's their way to cope with the issue where they can't find a man. And if you notice, church is a bunch of single women, older, with no man, and just kids. So, look, listen, at some point she's going to realize, like what Myron said, she won't find a man. But the cope is always usually spiritual awakeness or religion. That's what it always ends, bro. Always.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is a typical feminist cope of I'm empowered, I can do what I want, etc. And what they don't realize is you're empowered for now, but you're going to lose that power later on. They forget that it's always temporary. You know what? It's not that they willfully forget it because they know that they have a finite amount of time, but they just try to not. It's like when you got a bill that's due and you don't got the money for it and you're just like, oh my God, fuck. And you just like push it off, let the debt accumulate. That is women when it comes to their sexual market value and it being perishable and not finding a guy and them being whores. They're just putting it off. And if you notice, like, it makes sense because who tends to be in debt more? Women. Who makes bad financial decisions? Women. I want to live in a now, right? Because they know that they only have a certain amount of now. So that's why they don't have the same foresight that a man does. They just don't, unfortunately.
And they use drugs, alcohol, and random men to kind of ease the pain of what they're doing. So, yep.
All right, we'll keep going.
Cool.
Frank, come
What
here.
Western society's headed to. So why are we going to sit here and pretend this is not? Why are we going to sit here and pretend that most women who go on girls' holidays aren't doing something similar to what Bonnie does, just because it's not on camera? Why are we going to sit here and pretend that these men who walk around with their wives in the pub in England, and they're like, oh, my wife, yeah, everyone has a past. Oh, no, she's done the same shit. What's the difference? Who gives a fuck, right? We're either going to care and accept that women are judged on their past and judged on their innocence and judged on their naivety and judged on these things like it used to be, or we're going to sit and say it doesn't matter, everyone has a past. Well, if everyone has a past, who gives a fuck? Does it really matter?
So
anymore?
What would you do if it was your daughter, though?
But why are you asking impossible questions?
Well, it's not an impossible question.
Of course it is.
How?
It can't happen.
If you guys notice, right? Like this whole everyone has a past bullshit. This is a perfect example of us like making accommodations for bad female decisions. Everyone has a past. That's a phrase specifically designed to protect female promiscuity, female bad decisions, female sluttiness, right? But last time I checked, there's no such thing as like everyone has a future. We don't say that shit for men, do we?
Nope.
Oh, everyone has a future. No, it's either you win or you don't. Are you going to become a somebody or are you not? Are you going to be a winner or are you going to be a loser? We don't have the same social conventions to coddle men from their bad decisions like we do for women. So for sluts, we always sit there and say everybody has a past. Well, let's add to that. Yes, everybody does have a past, but it only matters for one fucking gender. All right? Like, that's just how it goes. All right? You know, but for us, though, on the other hand, for us, for men, we must have a future. If we don't have a future, we got to deal with it. There's consequences for that.
Cooked.
But we don't have these societal safety nets for men to be mediocre, but we absolutely have these societal safety nets for women to be mediocre. This whole everyone has a past thing, that is a feminist propaganda phrase utilized to rationalize and absolve women of responsibility from their promiscuity. That's what it really is. But we don't have those same conventions for men for being losers and not having a future at all. Right? If you don't got a future as a guy, there's nothing like, there's no phrases for men like, oh yeah, I don't got a future, but accept me anyway. No, bro, there is no acceptance unless you win as a man. Right? And this is actually, I think this is a big reason why we've seen the massive degradation of females in Western society. It's because we don't hold them to any standards and we let them do whatever the fuck that they want, that they do the stupid shit that they do. Everyone has a past. That's a fairly new phrase. Nobody used to say that shit 70, 80 years ago.
Yeah.
Everybody has a past. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, if everybody has a woman might have a past, but guess what? She dealt with consequences. Nobody wanted to be with her. She was ostracized. She was labeled. She was shit on. She was slut-shamed, etc. Like, she dealt with consequences for being a whore, right? Just like men deal with consequences for being a bum. But now, only one party deals with consequences for their ineptitude. The men. The women don't. You guys wonder why all these women are fucking insufferable and annoying and stupid and don't provide no fucking value, can't cook, and just want to, talk about what they want and they don't give a shit about what you want? You guys are looking at it right here. You guys are looking at it right here. And it starts with feminist propaganda like everybody has a pass. Anyway, we can keep going.
But anything can happen.
It's against the laws of physics.
It's not.
I mean, if your daughter opened her legs and took 1,000 dicks, it's not impossible.
Of course it is.
What?
Why is
the
it
dicks
impossible?
would enter her pussy, therefore she's taken.
It's literally impossible for my daughter.
What, are you going to be there against your daughter's pussy saying that dick's not entering it?
No, my daughter just wouldn't make that decision.
But why?
Because I still raise her in a household where she is masculinely guided, and she will be guided by me until I hand her over to some other man. However, I believe when women are left to their own devices, they will only ever make stupid decisions.
Was mine a stupid decision?
I wouldn't say it's any more stupid than most decisions women make, to be honest with you. I think that most women, to some degree, are sex workers anyway. Like,
I mean, yeah.
let's be honest about it, right? Most women look at Miami or Dubai. What's your job? Oh, I've got a boyfriend. So your job is being a girlfriend. And why does he give you money? Because you give him sex. So most women are sex workers anyway.
Isn't it funny how he skillfully just dodged that question? Well, he answered it, but like in his own way. But he said it right on, hit on the nail. Most women are actually covert workers, especially in major cities like Miami, New York, Vegas, LA. And it's funny because you won't even know who they are. So a while back, we did a actual course on dating and the new method for dating, which is social media, right? And we actually added to the list, sugar sites. And nowadays, it's more apparent than ever before. If you download a certain website and you make an account on it, you can see in a 100-mile radius girls in your area. And you'd be surprised to see how many girls you actually know are sugar dating today. Just do a test. Go download that app. I won't say what it is because you guys know what it is. In your current city, put 100-mile radius, I guarantee you're going to see girls that you know from school. Could be your mom, your sister, your auntie. And the worst part is that you would never even know. This goes so deep that it's in every community pretty much. Because nowadays, how do they survive? They gotta eat too. Hoes need love too. So, best thing they can do, sell some pussy. So he's right, bro. On some level, he's right. So can't miss it, bro.
Well, to be honest.
But isn't that what you said the family unit was?
Well, then you're a sex worker with one customer. Which is nice. I guess it's better. It's more efficient.
But what about if you're raising children? That's not sex work, is it?
No, that's being a mother.
Yeah.
All right, so that's interesting, Rob. Rob said this, not me. So they're either virgins, sex workers, or mothers. Are those the three categories?
I think you're putting words into my mouth.
I think that's what Rob just said. Those are the three categories.
I'm just sat in the middle.
And women have to choose to be one of them.
So is that what you think?
I think that when a woman becomes a mother, she has a purpose. And I think that women should be having children as soon as possible. And I think it gives their life a direction. And I think it's the most important thing to preserve society, especially if you want to talk about geopolitics and talk about race and all of these things. If you want to have a country that looks like the country it used to be, you need to have the original people from there having children. I think all of that is true. Absolutely. I think every day a woman goes without having kids is primarily a waste of time.
Pause real quick.
Once again,
the other reason, too, because you mentioned earlier, like, women, when they're left to their own devices, they do stupid shit. That's 100% true. They are, because, again, when is a woman's prime? In her 20s. She's not fully mature. Life is her oyster. Men want to give her things. Men want to take her on trips. Men want to do X, Y, Z. So, it'd be very difficult for her to be able to turn that stuff down without wisdom from a male, right? So, yeah, when women are left to their devices, they absolutely do stupid shit. And we have proof of concept on this. Why does every single religion and every group of people, every society, why did they all do and take overt action to preserve female modesty? Islam makes them cover their hair. No sex until marriage. Christianity, same thing. Dress modestly. Judaism, preserve your hair, even though they wear wigs and they think they could trick God, but that's a whole other thing. But regardless, it's still about protecting their modesty and being virgins on their wedding night, right? Yeah. Like the Asians, women are supposed to be modest and quiet and not dress like horse. Like, regardless of society, right? They all kind of understand the same thing. You must protect women from themselves. There needs to be a patriarch that oversees everything and protect women from doing the stupid shit that they're entitled to do. Because if you don't, then you end up with what we have now. We have a deregulated sexual marketplace. We have feminism running wild. Women are having sex with dudes all over the place. 1,000 guys in a day, all this other shit. This is specifically what these older societies wanted to avoid, right? That they wanted to stop this shit from happening. And obviously now it's happening. But this is what happens when you don't have rules and regulations and you leave women to their own devices. That bullshit happens, right? Because again, their best time is in their 20s. When they're in their 20s, they have the most value. But the value that they're offering, because it is what it is sexual in nature. So in order for women to get that benefit that they want, right, from their beauty, a lot of the times it's almost like a tit for tat with sexuality, right? Whether it's going out on a date with a guy you don't like and him being a sugar daddy, like at some point that nigga's gonna come to collect, right? You won't be able to finesse forever. And I would argue that's still thought behavior, right? Going out with guys that you don't like or getting money from guys, even if you don't fuck them, I still think that's thought behavior.
It is.
So, very important that guys understand that, like, yes, when women are left to their own devices, they absolutely do stupid shit. Absolutely. That's why fathers are so goddamn important. All right, what's up next? You can keep going.
And what does it matter what I think? Rob, I've given up. Rob, I've given up trying to save the world. I've given up. No, Rob. I've given up.
Haven't.
I've given up on misogyny and all this shit.
No, you haven't.
They attacked me with the Matrix. They keep throwing me in jail. I am now all for women empowerment. I think women should run around fucking as many men as they want. I like what Bonnie's doing. She's getting the bag. She's getting rich. Most girls out here don't want to have kids. They just want to get Birkin bags and Instagram likes. Good. I'm a feminist, a pro-feminism. This is the world now. How the world's going to end up, who gives a fuck? Who cares about the future?
See, women go around, use sex to their advantage, but then are happy to cry about it straight away. Saying, he took advantage of me. And it's like, you're the one that wanted to do sex to have, like, the job promotion, or you're the one that wanted to have sex to get more attention or try and be more liked. But then they cry about it. And that's what I get frustrated about. And even with porn stars, like people in my industry, they'll do this for a few years, get the money, get the boob jobs, get the house. And then suddenly they go, oh my God, I was forced into the industry. Oh my God, someone took all my money.
Have you ever considered a job as a lawyer?
Like me?
I could do with you. You're 100% right. So this is the false dichotomy of society, right? So this is the reason when I said I like what Bonnie does, because Bonnie completely 100% owns what she does. And she says, it's my decision. And I've seen people try and lecture you. I've seen people sit there and try and lecture you.
Yeah, there's no point. Like, and say, really, I tell you guys this too, when I tell you guys that it's not, I don't really talk to these girls for them. Sometimes there's girls that come on the panel that I'm like, okay, you got potential. I'll try to fucking help you out here. But most of the time, bro, when I talk to these chicks, bro, it's for you niggas, man. So you guys can see how dense modern women are, how retarded they are a lot of times, and how, quite frankly, they don't give a shit. I think we've displayed this now going on fucking 5 years. that modern women are not going to change, and they're all pretty much the goddamn same, right? Different, you know,
Cultures,
different
faces.
hardware, same software
Same.
every fucking time, bro. Black, brown, white, tall, red hair, green hair, blonde hair, black hair. You know, different hardware, same fucking software every single time, bro. And the problem is that this software is spreading. Okay, this software is spreading to places you wouldn't think. It's spreading into Asia. It's spreading into South America. It's spreading into, you know, obviously Europe is cooked. It's already there in Europe, right? It's spreading into Africa. So, you know, all you passport bros, etc., bro, I predict in 20 years, I would say a good 20 to 30 years, feminism is going to be worldwide, 100% worldwide everywhere. That's what I think in 20.
It's already starting in Colombia for sure.
Oh yeah,
we were there. It was pretty much like almost the same because so many foreigners go over there. Brazil as well. It's a high-profile place for prostitutes because Americans coming over there, take some money. So it's spreading for sure, bro.
Yeah.
No.
You know, I mean, like I said, it's not a matter of if; it's just a matter of when. You know what I mean? Like, you guys got to understand that feminism is too attractive of a proposition for society to accept. You double the workforce. Women now become taxpayers into your society. They're able to do what they want. They get this image of freedom, right, and autonomy. Right? And it's a W for the government, man. Feminism benefits the government a lot. You double the tax base, and then you're also employers are able to pay them half as much.
When Andrew said that he just gave up on fighting that fight, you can understand that he's at a different level. If you know the ruler of this world, he's actually not on our side. He's fighting to destroy the world. And to fight that with your own power is impossible. So he's just saying, listen, this is the reality of what it is. I'm not saying that I hate it, but he hates it, but like, you know, it is what it is. You can't really stop it. So it's what it is, bro. They don't care. Girls don't care about changing.
No, they don't.
They don't.
They don't at all. And not only do they not care about changing, they don't give a fuck about your thoughts on them changing either.
Every guy I know that tried to change his girl to become better, either she took what she could from him and then left to the next guy, or just said, "Nigga, fuck you, I'll go somewhere else."
Yeah.
So
yeah, man, it's you know, it's very
it's dark, but it's true.
Yeah, you guys just got to deal with the new normal that most women really don't give a shit about what men think, and they don't really care about male opinions, and they're gonna do what's best for them. So
yo, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, that was the Diddy impersonation.
Yeah. They can just hit. You need context. Yo. Okay. Send a tip.
What the hell? That's from the video?
We got chats.
Like, oh, but you're a creature of God and you shouldn't be doing this. No, you should do whatever the fuck you want.
Exactly.
It's up to you to do whatever you want. And you're not saying anybody tricked you into it. It's your decision. And let's be honest, when they talk about taking women back 100 years, let's actually be very honest here, Rob. No disrespect.
No disrespect.
There's always been whores.
It's the oldest profession.
Ancient Rome had whores. There's always been whores. The Aztecs had whores. You think there weren't concubines in the fucking Ming dynasty? Sucking little Chinese pee-pee? Of course there were. There's always been whores. It's the oldest profession in the world.
Exactly.
So do you think it's a legitimate job?
Well, I mean, no, check her bank. I'm sure she's making fucking loads of money. So here's where do you draw the line? If we're going to live in this false dichotomy.
Did they actually ban her off OnlyFans?
Allegedly.
Probably another marketing stunt.
I didn't even go check, so I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't check either.
Yeah, bro, I don't know. Allegedly, that's what they said. But either way, she got enough bank to survive, though. She make her own website, bro.
Yeah.
But if you notice, right, every girl that does OnlyFans has a guy manager or guy helping them with the process. It's never themselves, only themselves. It's always a guy. So in the background saying, do this, do that. Here's the marketing. Ta-da. Where's the money? So.
Yep.
Because the world was very simple once, not too long ago. And men had this terrible misogynistic view, which I, of course, don't agree with, that women can't make their own decisions because they're naturally chaotic. And when women decide anything, life's fucked up. In fact, these men, in their disgusting... these men in their disgusting misogyny believed if you gave women the vote, we'd end up with open borders and drag queen story hours.
Facts.
So they didn't give women the vote.
Tell them, Andrew.
Then they did give women the vote, and society took a particular direction. But when men were in charge of things, women didn't have to worry about what they can do with their life because their father took care of it, and then their husband took care of it. But now we live in a brand new world where women can make all of their own decisions, and the path she's chosen, I don't think is any different than most paths women take.
Pause.
I think she's just more honest about it.
And the thing is that the path is paved with fun in the beginning, but then it becomes destructive and worse later on, right? So like a lot of women are basically sacrificing their future for some fun now, and that's where we're gonna be. I'm telling you guys, in 40 years we are gonna see the most mentally ill women ever. In 40 years, said this before a few times with Rolo a couple years back. I predict. You guys see Britney Spears? How she goes crazy with the dancing knives?
Cuckoo Gaga.
Right? You see, she goes crazy with the dancing knives. You guys are going to see more Britney Spears in 40 to 50 years. Because here's the problem. All these bitches are famous now.
Well,
like, it used to be, you could only be famous if you're a talented rapper. Now, all these girls are IG fucking celebs and have a big following. So, maybe it might not be to the same level that Britney Spears was when she was popping back in the 90s and early 2000s, but every girl feels like she's a celeb now. And since every girl feels like she's a celeb because of her Instagram profile and everything else like that, when they get older and they no longer get the same level of attention or they're not able to lock something down, I'm telling you, you're going to see an abundance of crazy fucking bitches that absolutely have mental defects from years of being validated, and then finally that attention goes, like Britney Spears. Nobody checking for Britney Spears anymore, right? Go dance with knives for attention on the internet now.
But look at all the girls that are 30 plus or about to be 30 that have been in multiple relationships. Nobody wants them long term. Dude, they're actually crazy, bro. Like, you ever wonder why?
And they didn't even have the full power of social media yet. I'm talking about these 18-year-olds now that are growing up on internet, growing up on cell phones, growing up on iPads. 40 years from now, those bitches cook.
ChatGPT.
The girls that are 18 now, they're going to have the biggest mental issues, mark my words, in 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
Girls in our age group, they at least have some semblance of what life was like before social media.
Yeah.
These bitches now, no idea what life was like before Instagram, Twitter, social media. So we're absolutely, like, women are air fried. And you guys are going to see, 40 years, all these bitches are going to be like Britney Spears, dancing with knives and shit, trying to get attention. I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm telling y'all, man.
Well, fellas, we got the last laugh, so there you go.
Yeah.
Who's laughing now?
because like with men, right? You're not getting no clout on the internet as a dude unless you're talented. Sorry, bro. You whether it's a funny skit, you're funny, you're interesting, you're doing something, like, you're not getting no fucking attention on the internet unless you bring something to the table. Women, unfortunately, could just be hot, talentless, right? Like, you guys saw that dumb bitch that came on the show. She's at 3 million on you. What? Got all these followers because she's a girl. So, and there's a lot of girls like that, bro. Yo,
a lot.
Average bitches that nobody knows have 500 to 1,000 followers. That's a lot for a normie, chat, just so you guys know. Like, regular ass girls will have a profile that's private with like 3,000 to 5,000 followers. That's a lot for a regular person that isn't a social media influencer. Okay? And from that 500 to 5,000 followers these normie bitches have, a couple blue checks sliding in there, a couple guys hitting them up, they're getting these likes and comments, all this other shit. Bro, I'm telling you guys, the mental capacity of modern women in 40 years, they're going to be cooked, man. Women are right now are getting SSRIs or an antidepressant medication.
Yeah.
They're cooked now. Could you imagine?
I used to think that, like, girls with a low follower count were more of a pure specimen of women. But nowadays, not so. I would argue they might actually be worse because they're so low key, you don't see it coming until you meet them. And it's like, bruh, everyone's cooked, bro. Because you know what celebs do now? They don't target many follower girls. They follow like local profile girls, barely any followers. Oh, no one knows her. Nigga, everyone knows her. We're all on the same algorithm. We're all on the same like fucking feed. We all see the same girl like, oh, 1,000 followers.
Yep.
Let's DM her. Bro, she got thousands of DMs. Thousands, so.
Bro, I'm telling you, man.
It's wild.
So even the girls that you don't think are famous, and I'm telling you, man, it's
bad, bro. If you already knew the truth of it, bro, you'd be a little bit black pill yourself.
You guys are gonna see more Britney Spears.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go back.
All right.
And more upfront about it. If you're gonna go to Dubai and meet a girlfriend, and you think she hasn't been fucking for money the entire time she was living in Dubai, then you're an idiot. If you're in Miami and you got girls on your boat and you think they're not fucking for money all of the time, now they may not say per hour, but they'll be fucking a guy they barely like to get the rent paid, or they're fucking a guy they barely like because he has a car.
Yeah.
So women are fucking for money all the time anyway. That's all women do now. The entire West.
They absolutely, yeah. This is 100% fact. Especially like the girls that don't have a job, or like you don't know how the fuck they can afford to live in an expensive ass city. Like these bitches be in New York City or whatever. Like
unemployed.
Yeah.
What does that
You know what I
even
mean?
mean,
So,
bro?
like, you know, there'll be girls here that like live in a nice ass apartment. You'd be like, what the fuck? How this bitch don't even work, bro?
You know what time it is?
Yeah, you know,
sugar time.
Yeah, you know, there's some situations you might have a rich dad or some shit, but that's far and few between, bro. Very fucking rare. You know what I mean? So, yeah,
stuff out here, bro.
Yeah, it's stuff out here for you niggas, bro. I feel all you young guys in your 20s, bro. I feel sorry for y'all, bro. You guys have the worst. You guys have the worst demographic of females in in world history, bro. I truly think that young men nowadays, you guys have the least wifeable, marriageable women that demand the most from you.
Yeah.
Like when they say wholeflation, it's for real, man. Like the wholeflation is absolutely real, where you guys are competing to fight and attract women that aren't even worth the attraction.
You know the worst part? You marry her, she gets bored of you, finito. Half your money's gone.
Bruh.
Or worse.
We might have to do a Zoom call with these niggas, bro.
We should.
Yeah.
You know what we need to do?
We'll do it after the show.
Yeah, we need to do one.
What time is it? It's 9:39 now?
Yeah.
We'll go for like another 20 minutes, and then we'll do a... Or, wait, what time did we want to do the nighttime show with the girls?
10:30, 11.
All right.
No?
What? I don't know. These niggas in the back laughing about something. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. Wait, Chris ain't here? Why not? What the fuck?
Nigga was partying
Chris
last
is
night.
sick.
Nigga was partying last night. Like, bro.
Bro, I didn't know Chris is sick, bro.
Well, I think he has issues with his headaches. But nigga was partying last night. What the fuck, man?
Oh, I didn't know Chris is sick.
All right, well, we'll figure it out. Let's continue.
Yeah,
world
we'll
is
do a
women.
Zoom call with them after. Guys, jump in
for
right
money.
now. CC17, get in there, niggas. We'll do a Zoom call with y'all. Don't worry. We'll react to this a bit longer, and we'll do a Zoom call with you guys. No worries.
So how hypocritical would it be for me to sit here and say Bonnie, who's honest, who monetizes it directly with her own media empire, who's upfront about it and makes money from it, is a worse person than the girl who walks around like she's goody two shoes and then sucks dick in a Magaluf toilet? Because that's what most girls are doing anyway. Rob, the world's fucked. They're all like this. Rob, they're all the same.
You trying to say I'm not special now?
No, I'm saying you're special, actually, because you've gone so far through. You've come out as the queen of it. Congratulations.
But didn't you say this kind of thing is the demise of Western society?
I mean, if I was a misogynist, I would believe this is the final end result of feminism, and the end times are here, and that nobody's going to have kids anymore, and that the idea of a beautiful marriage between a man and a woman is now completely gone. I mean, if I was a disgusting misogynist, but since they keep...
But you don't have one beautiful...
Tate said it, word for word. The end times are here. I mean, you cannot believe the Bible or the Quran or any holy book, but it says in each book, these times are happening right now. So, listen, bro, guys, black pill, what you want to call it, bro? Right now is not good times. Continue, though. Called it.
For marriage, do you?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Have you slept with 1,057 women?
At least.
So are you quite similar?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because it's the male's prerogative to impregnate as many females as possible.
Consensual.
This is the masculine prerogative. This is biologically my prerogative is to do that.
I think we should do a breeding competition.
Whoa.
We'll see if you can get a girl pregnant quicker than I can get pregnant.
Well, I mean, that'd be a good competition. I think I'd win. I don't know. I'm not sure about that one, but it's interesting because it's interesting because you have to look at society. When you look at these things, you have to look at society from an animalistic perspective and a societal perspective. From the animalistic perspective, it is the masculine imperative to get as many women as possible pregnant.
Yeah, but
if you want to be purely
it's
animalistic,
not 1,512.
No, but let's be purely animalistic. Let's talk about this like professionals. If a man is high value, high testosterone, alpha male, whatever you want to call him, right? His imperative is to impregnate women. And he wants to take care of those women and take care of those kids. He's not overly interested in the kids. It doesn't mean he doesn't love them. It means he doesn't want to sit there and play with them all day. When you see a man who wants to play with a baby all day, that man is probably gay. It's fucking boring.
Well,
So
it doesn't mean he wants to fuck the kid.
No, he's gay. He's gay. So real men just want to pregnant, money, cool. See you an hour a week. Boom, boom, boom. Now, there's a lot of men who are going to disagree with me on that, but those are a lot of men I can beat the shit out of, so I don't give a fuck. That's the truth of it. The female imperative is to fuck.
Yeah, playing with babies is gay. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not changing no diapers, none of that bullshit, bro. The fuck do I look like making all this money to fucking change diapers, bro? That's a woman's job. I don't think men should ever be doing dishes or cleaning the house. That's a female's job, bro. Ever.
Or picking up poop.
Yeah, fuck out of here, bro. I don't go out into the world and struggle to come change diapers. Fuck out of here, man. That's fucking stupid.
You know what's crazy though?
Cooking too, retarded. But men should not be doing none of that shit, bro. Honestly.
You know what's funny though? People
like women are already useless. Like, bro, the least you bitches can do is cook, clean, change the diaper. Like, we provide way more fucking value than they do. Like, that's the least y'all could do, if I'm going to be honest. I see a dude changing the diaper of a kid and the woman's there with 2 hands and able-bodied. What the fuck? Like, I could see in some emergency situations, like, you're at an airport or some shit, and you're about to get on a plane and she ran to go get you food.
Emergency.
And it's like, okay, all right, whatever. But, like, in general, she should be doing it 99% of the time, bro. She should be cooking 90% of the time. She should be cleaning 99% of the time. She should be fucking doing the dishes 99% of the time. Because at the end of the day, there needs to be defined gender roles. I think the whole confusion and the problems that we have between the genders is because there's not defined roles. Men want to be like bitches and bitches want to be like men. Nah, man. Doesn't work.
Also, I guarantee you, everyone to talk shit about Tate's lifestyle. Wish they could live his lifestyle.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So,
a lot of you guys can barely keep your one girl online, bro, let alone fucking tell multiple of them to shut the fuck up. Right?
Yeah.
So, look, man, changing diapers, sitting there playing with the kid all day, that's gay. It is lame. It's whack. You know, I think once your kid gets older, that's different. Playing sports with your son, teaching him things, that's different. But the whole, infant/kid thing, that's the woman is there. You know, once they become an adult and they could take a punch, that's when I come in, or not an adult, but like teenager shit like that. Because I think that's like the transition period too, where you need to start teaching them that there's consequences to actions and like, yo, you can't be a fucking degenerate, whatever. Obviously you come in the early teen years as well. But I think the father's role becomes more and more prominent and more important as the child ages.
Yeah. What's the age, like 7, 9, 10 and up from there? Something like that?
Yeah, I would say like, because at that point you're teaching them right and wrong. You're teaching them that there's consequences to actions. Then as they get older, getting them involved in sports, being involved in that situation, teaching them a skill set. I think that's when the father really comes in. But the infant and the kid stage, man, let the mom deal with that shit, bro. What the fuck, man? So,
all right.
Yeah. So the chest to take a punch. Yeah, bro. Definitely take a punch.
All right.
Again, I'm not saying never play with your kids, but like, bro, every day, all day, come on, man.
Look at all the
fuck,
all the good dads. These niggas not happy, bro. They're fucking sad. They're like, fuck my life, bro. Give me a beer.
Yeah.
Get me out of here. So
yeah, playing all day with the kids, bro. Fuck that, man. You're better off making the money instead, being successful. Then you go ahead and play with that kid when they're older. I think playing with your kids when they're like, for example, your son. You want to play sports. You want to fucking football with them. You're teaching them. You're spending like that. I think is productive playing with your kid because you're teaching them a tangible skill set, teaching them how to hunt, whatever. That's whatever. But like, just play with your kid, blowing at noses at them and shit. What the fuck is that gonna do, huh? Some dumbass niggas in the chat right now with your kid. Come on, man.
Every now and then it's fine, but not all the time.
Yeah, but some niggas be doing that shit all day, bro. Like, goddamn, bro. Let the woman do that. Yeah, Google it.
What the fuck, nigga? You don't know what you're saying, bro.
Here comes the airplane.
Yeah, bro.
Choo choo.
The fuck,
man. On your mom, nigga.
What? Yeah, man. Let the mom do that shit, bro.
What the fuck? Who just said that?
Fuck, man.
Let's continue, though. Didn't hear that part. It's great.
Find a man who's obsessed with her so that when she gets pregnant, she's going to have protection and provision when she's not capable of looking after herself. That is the female biological imperative and the masculine biological imperative. I'm still living to my biological imperative to some degree. If I were to, let's say, have 4 or 5 women and I had kids with 4 or 5 women and I took care of 4 or 5 women and I was with all of them and they were exclusively only with me and we had children over and over and over again, that's my biological imperative. It's actually against the female biological imperative, to do what Bonnie is doing, I would argue. Traditionally. But that means you break paradigms. That's great. But feminism and society,
no, it's 100%
and this brand new societal...
It's 100% because the thing is that Bonnie's going to be fucked, if she's not already, she's going to be mentally fucked up after this. 100%. If she's not already. So, for a woman to be a whore, she's got to have mental problems.
Yeah.
For a man to be a whore, it's kind of natural. It's not the same at all.
So I think she has a guy that helps her with her content or something like that.
I gotta be.
But
she's got to have like
a simpleton.
Yeah, of course. I mean, so it's probably a lot of these OnlyFans girls have like a reliable simp that just like he records, he pays him a little bit of money, he fucks her and shit down, and you know, bro, all these OF girls got one or two reliable niggas that they just have on camera for money and shit.
Yeah,
and they simp and shit.
Yo, I do a fucking case study on OnlyFans, girl, like a full case study on Castle Club.
Well, you spent a significant amount of time around the shit. So.
Yeah, it was fun, man, but that shit's toxic as fuck, bro. And it's so much emotions, bro. Like, I'm depressed, I'm happy, dude, it's like fucking like a kid, bro. Holy.
Yeah, you should do a behind the scenes.
You know what I'll do? I'll do an interview with an OnlyFans girl and get really deep. Pause.
Bring the one from before.
I could.
Bring her.
I could actually.
I don't know if that's on camera though, but
not sure.
Oh, she will.
Okay.
You know what? Yeah, post anything.
Some tequila.
You're right.
You give her some. You know what's funny, bro? Like we showed yesterday, Bills. We gave him tequila, right? And they were so chill and so happy. He told us everything. He was so funny, bro. Whatever though.
Horse.
Wait, what am I doing? You see that shit?
Yeah, I know. He's adjusting her chair.
Oh.
It's a funny gift though. It looks crazy.
Damn. Okay. All right, Zoom call.
Low fast head. That's why the niggas laughing. What, Zoom call now? We could go like 5 more minutes of this thing. Guys, get a Castle Club, niggas. Zoom call with all you guys. Jump in there. CC17. $17. Get in there, niggas.
Thanks.
Conditioning is convincing women that what they're supposed to do, which is find a man they love and be obsessed with him and get pregnant from him, is the wrong thing to do. Well, then let's all just become sex workers now.
But you disagree with that feminist program.
I don't have an opinion, Rob, because I have 14 criminal cases. I don't have an opinion. I'm just here. I'm a commentator. I'm just commentating.
Commentators have opinions.
I don't have an opinion. No, I don't have an opinion. Women can do whatever they want. Women are fantastic. We live in this great society now where women are girl bosses and better than us, while also are equals at everything, while also everything they do they regret was a man's fault somehow, as Bonnie described. They were tricked into it. So we live in this impossible situation where a man can't possibly win anyway, no matter what opinion he has. But I'm just saying it would be unprofessional and hypocritical of me to sit here and think that Bonnie is doing anything different or anything bad or anything wrong when she does the same thing 99.9% of Western women do anyway.
Okay, so Bonnie...
You get one extreme to the next. You get women like me that just...
to the extreme.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you take what she's doing, right, obviously she's doing it to an extreme, fucking 1,000 dudes in a day. But she's probably not doing that every day, right? So she'll probably go ahead, bang those 1,000 dudes in one day, then take like a week off, not do shit. And then, like, you know, do what bimbos do. Go to Starbucks, record themselves on getting a stupid latte, go shopping, watch stupid content on Netflix that doesn't make them smarter. Yeah, I mean, just, like, do what girls do. Like, you guys ever been to, like, a girl's place, and, like, it's just, like... But
mission
do you have
accomplished.
any hobbies? Are you interesting? Like, they don't do anything.
Mission accomplished.
They're NPCs, bro.
If she didn't do that, we wouldn't know who she is today.
Yeah.
So her actual mission was accomplished.
Yeah. I'm, like, she is a regular girl, just obviously, like, to the extreme when it takes the sexual stuff, because there's a monetary angle to it.
Yeah.
But, like, regular bitches are doing what she does. Like, it's just that maybe not that late. Instead of 1,000 guys in a day, maybe 2 guys in a day.
Yeah.
Right?
For the free ski.
You know? So.
Yo, for the free ski, bro.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you got crazy.
Slots. And then you get the others that are lazy and won't even get on these and give a blowjob.
And they're sluts too. No, but that's the thing. They're sluts too. They're just sluts for a different guy, or they're sluts for X, and they're not sluts for the new guy. These women are sluts too. It's all the same.
So I used to be a full service sex worker, like an escort, and I used to judge men that cheated. And then when I actually started speaking to these men, I was like, you know what? They've got a point. They're going to work. They're looking after their kids. They're still emptying the dishes because the wife's now refusing to do that, saying it should be equal. And then I say, well, when's the last time she gave you a blowjob? When's the last time she fucked you? They couldn't name it. They couldn't even like list the amount.
You see that shot we just had just now? We're like, wait, she was an actual full-blown escort? You would never know.
Yeah.
You would never know. Unless, obviously, she told you.
Yeah.
But how would you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It's wild.
At times where they've had sexual intercourse, I'm like, of course you're going to need that. Of course you're going to cheat. So how can I ever say women are anything but lazy and poorly educated?
So do you think you're a good role model for women?
I'm a clear example of what women have fought for years. Of
What?
taking
The
control of
extreme.
your body.
Correct.
Being independent. I have my own money. I don't rely on a guy. I'm
Girl
paid
power.
Exactly. I'm paid more than other
100%.
guys.
100%.
Do you think
She is a clear example of what women have been fighting for years. Absolutely correct.
And ironically,
And now
enough, pause. They fought for it, and they ruined other opportunities. They basically fought to ruin their lives.
Fought it and they got it.
They fought it, got it, and now their lives are ruined. We used to protect them from themselves. Now there's no one to save them from themselves. That's really what it came down to.
They got.
That is the mic drop moment. Women have fought for her to do what she's doing now. Gloria Steinem, right, crawled so she can fucking sprint like she is right now, 100-meter dash, being a 304, right? And it's funny because it always comes back to the same group. So, anyway. I think Bonnie Blue's one of them too, bro.
Overall?
Someone told me, I think, that she is, chat, is she an early lifer? I think she is, bro.
Either way, her past is definitely questionable. Overall. Yeah. But, I mean, look, man, this interview that Tate did with her, bro, obviously was very revealing. But it's funny because he's kind of just like, I keep doing all the fucking attacks from this guy are like shots and putting it back on him. So that's pretty funny. And we got any chats at all bills or no? Yeah. Here we go. Bonnie Blues is a dude? Is that true? No way.
About that, bro.
No. All right, Demetrius Raps. You're fresh. I really fuck with the vlogs. You got to post the good exclusive parts on CC. I got you, bro. Apex Abraham says, just join CC annually. W Myron, W Chris, W Models, W Noble, W Icy. I'm also on OS annually. Good stuff. He's on everything. Crazy Muslim. I'm well off and good with the ladies. I was watching this show for a good laugh, but ended up learning new things and teaching my younger brothers and nephews. But God's work, man. All love, respect. Shout out to you, bro.
I'll cover more Red Pill topics like this for you guys.
They enjoy it, man.
Yeah, you guys like this shit, so.
Hold up, Berto. How to not get too invested when I want another kid and a family? Just focus on work, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, when you focus on work and you make time for your family afterwards, it's way happier because you finish work, you're complete with your mission, and, you know, the best for the kids and obviously the family whenever you can. Pretty much. Mario, what is your favorite Gorilla Mind energy drink flavor? Guys, fresh and fit. I switched from Ghost Energy to Gorilla Mind. Great. I mean, I'm black, bro, so.
I like the sour watermelon. Because I'm black, I guess, as well.
Berry Burst and Tiger Blood.
They didn't ask you, nigga.
Nigga, they asked. W Martin. All right, Kelly. Martin, you care? W Martin.
Kelly Dre,
You
$10. Appreciate that,
Mute your
man.
mic. You care, Martin?
Yeah, Marion cares.
Martin cares.
Don't worry.
No, mute your mic.
Yeah, but they don't.
They,
I paid for OSS, but still saying become a supporter. I don't know, man. Refresh your shit. I don't know why that's saying that, bro.
Might just say that, but you might be yes.
Yeah, but you can, yeah, but you have all the features. I'm so glad that I'm a man and I can use my 20s to improve and focus on myself, because when these girls hit their peak, I could quote John Cena and say, your time is up, my time is now. Yeah, there you go, bro. That's facts. Ninjas, I'm broke as fuck. Please activate the discount code for 17 months for my show on 17. 35. Bro, you got to put CC17 in there, bro.
Zoe, it's CC17 capital letters. If you can't see it, hit up Noble on the side. But I'm pretty sure. Huh? Oh,
You cannot have an active subscription to get the code promoted to that website, I believe, right?
okay.
I want to thank you guys for the credit card episode. I'm getting my City Double Cash card.
Let's go.
FNF crew. Congratulations, bro. Good stuff.
Guys, credit cards are the cheat code to life. If you use them correctly, like what Myron does, you can maximize points and benefits and get money back for spending money. So it's W.
Yeah.
Guy from Canada. Just got into the Watch Trading Academy by Pejman. Good evening. After finding him on your podcast. Thanks, guys. Guys, watches are money makers.
Even.
Yeah, bro. I'm making 50 honey. Tia, that blonde and blue doing 1,000 men in one day. This cap, what do y'all think?
I read that one from before.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm assuming that is true, so. Drill. I want to thank you guys for the credit card episode the other day.
Read that one already.
Oh, there we go. All right, good to go.
Yeah.
All right, Zoom call?
Yeah, so guys, take the stream over there on Zoom.
You know what-
Well, I mean, sorry, on Cap. So come on over, guys. Right now running CC17, man, and get weekly Zoom calls. You're going to get access to vlogs. We're fresh.
Wait, 20K watching. W.
Yeah. So come over, guys.
You want to guess on or no? After hours.
I didn't even know we had a guest.
Well,
I don't mind.
cool. All right,
Whatever you want.
let's do it. All right, guys.
All
After
right.
hours Berserker.
Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead, man. Jump on, guys. Over. If you guys are Castle Club, join in the Castle Club. We're gonna go. We'll do a part 2 on this Tate Bonnie Blue interview.
Yes. Also, today we got some baddies, by the way. Some nice baddies. So W. Chris did a good job, even though he's not here.
Okay. Come on over come on over, guys, to Castle Club, niggas. Use the code CC17.
Yep.
Get in half off, and we'll see you guys over there. Going to do a Zoom call, answer some of y'all questions, and do some further stuff. Let me know when we're good.